This is In Focus. I'm Brian Jackson. Welcome to the program, and thanks for tuning in. My guests are Vicki Mays, Executive Director of the Urbana Park District, and Corky Emberson, the Director of and Superintendent of Recreation. We want to welcome you both to the program.
We're glad to be here
Glad
today.
to be here. Thank you.
We're going to lead off with you, Vicki. What are some of the projects that the Urbana Park District is working on?
Well, we have several projects that are going on right now, or will start next spring. The first project that is actually in progress and will continue through the rest of this year is a renovation of the Carl Park Pavilion. The pavilion is a historic structure, something very, very special, both to the community and to Carl Park. And over the years, it's received a good bit of vandalism, so the structure will be restored. There'll be very attractive gates that will be put on both stories, the upstairs and the downstairs, and that project should be finished in the early winter of this year. Another project that we're working on with actually the Ambux Club is a renovation and improvements to Ambux Park. Ambux Park also used to be known as Woodland Park. It's on University, just as you come into the community of Urbana off of 74. It's a 22-acre park. It's a just gorgeous park with lots of woods. And our focus with the Ambux Club is to renovate the playground, to improve the accessibility for the playground, and then to improve as much other areas of the park in terms of accessibility as we possibly can, including the ball field and the pathways. Ambux Park is host to the Challengers League, which is the Tom Jones Challengers League, and individuals with developmental disabilities and physical disabilities have an opportunity to play baseball with a buddy. It's a wonderful program, and the Ambux Club and the Park District have worked over decades to make this park one of the most accessible places in our park system. We just completed the new planning and operations facility, which is located on Kerr Avenue. It's a right-sized, best practices facility that replaces our old facility that had served the district for 50 years. And we've moved into a space that is efficient, it's safe, and it's environmentally responsible. And this is where our operations to take care of all of our parks and facilities occur. So we're pleased to have this facility that will serve our community for the next 50 years.
Are there any future projects on the agenda on the agenda right now that the Park District is looking at?
Well, what the Park District tries to do is to focus on one playground renovation a year. So future playground renovations will include Wheatfield Park, the playground at Meadowbrook Park, which the Prairie Playground that will be in several years, and Blair Park as well. So those are three playground projects for the future. We always try to look ahead several years. And we also have really excited about having the new outdoor pool in Crystal Lake Park. It's actually be a family aquatic center, and I'll let Corky talk about that. There's been a pool in Crystal Lake Park since 1927, so we're really excited that the community will have a pool continuing in Crystal Lake Park, opening in 2013.
Corky, let me get into this here. What is going on, and give us an update on what's going on with the Crystal Lake Aquatic Center. What's the latest on the Crystal Lake Aquatic Center?
The update right now is that we have we went out for bid, we received bids. We put a notice to sign a contract with Brewer and Russo, who was the low bid for the project. We're working on that contract right now with them. Once we get that done, they will then start getting things in line so that they can begin construction. The other part that we're waiting on for that is to make sure that we get our health permit. We are going back and forth with them right now, making sure that they have all the things they need in place, and so we're working through that right now. And as soon as that's done, we should be ready for construction.
What features are going to be included in the Crystal Lake Aquatic Center? What's going to be part of the Crystal Lake Aquatic Center?
Well, if you look at the picture here, Brian, the one item on there that is kind of up in the air right now is the climbing wall, which is a feature we have in the plunge pool. When we awarded the contract, after the prices came in, we had several alternates, and of those alternates, from the amenity side of things, the one alternate that is not included at this point is the climbing wall.
Okay. Okay. What is the targeted completion date if everything goes well? Of the 10?
Everything goes well. Our opening date's June of 2013.
And the other main components of the pool include the
The other main components, one thing we tried to do, I like to talk about this because I think it's very important, is that this was a 3-year planning process. We had tons of community support, and to me, being in the position I'm in, I believe that's probably the biggest accomplishment of this project, is all the input that we received and all the using that input and actually putting it together. Anything that's in this facility was something that the community wanted. But one of our goals in that process was to be unique. So talking about the facility itself, the stream bed, it's kind of a new way to look at a spray pad. It does not hold, so to speak, water like a body of water, but it has a stream going down it constantly. Very unique feature that will be exciting for the kids. We have 3 water slides, 1 open flume slide, 1 enclosed flume slide, and this is a drop slide into the deeper plunge pool. Another unique item for our area is that we have a playground in our rec pool that has a dumping bucket. You can see them at amusement parks, you can see them at park districts up north, but you don't see any in this area. So it's a really unique feature that we're excited to bring to our community. We also have a vortex, and what that does is it's a circular section here, and it has a constant stream flow to it. It's good for just floating around in and playing in, but it's also good to if you're trying to do therapy on a knee or something like that. You can walk against the current, and it's good for that. Another unique thing for this area is we have a 8-lane, 25-meter pool that is separate from all the other bodies of water. And it has a ADA access ramp, so people of all abilities can enter into the body of water. Another unique feature that we have is that we have a wet deck, and what that wet deck does is it kind of breaks up in between the tot area and the rest of the leisure pool, and it is really like just like it says, wet deck. It has a little bit of water on it, but mainly what it's used for is to sunbathe, or little kids to play with the little water chutes. And then we have a sand play area in this top section here that will be great for tots. I have a young child myself that will love that.
Mm-hmm. Is it going to be indoor or outdoor? Is it going to be an indoor pool or an outdoor?
This is an outdoor facility.
Okay. Next, we're going to cover the activities that are part of the Urbana Park District. What activities are designed, what programs are designed for adults, for adult programs in the Urbana Park District?
Well, we have lots of dance programs. We have fitness programs. One thing that we're doing that's kind of new is we're doing a ZILS workshop. And what that is it is a finger symbol mixed with belly dancing class. It's a one-day workshop, but then we're also doing a Malanga in Meadowbrook Park program, and it's a one-day clinic that's on September 9th, and it's a free program, so people can enjoy the outdoors, plus get a feel for what the Malanga program's like. But we also...
And the Malanga program continues after that. It's not just that one day
Correct,
event.
correct. It's just an introductory class to the Malanga workouts.
Okay, what about the kids programs? What programs are designed for children?
Well, the programs that are coming up for the youth now is we have youth soccer. That's a big program that's getting ready to take place. And throughout the fall, we have indoor soccer. We do outdoor or indoor basketball. That's all for youth. We also have at Brookins, we do a open gym. And there's a youth open gym, which is on Sundays from 1 to 5. And then we have a adult program, open gym program, that's mainly volleyball. And that's on Friday evenings from 5:30 to 8.
And you have, in the spring and summer, you have baseball and softball, right?
In the summertime, we have T-ball.
T-ball.
We work with the Kiwanis Little League as far as providing the baseball experience. And then we do a softball program. We work in connection with the Champaign Park District and have a league there for that.
Do some of the participants in the Urbana Park District, do they play in the Champaign-Urbana Youth Football League?
Yes, there are. It does not run through the Park District, but we facilitate that activity. We have Chief Chamager Park. There's a CU youth football team that practices at that park. And there's also a team that practices out at Lohman Park. So kids from Urbana are involved in that program, and we help facilitate the program through the youth sport parks.
Where is the Champaign-Urbana Youth Football League games played at?
Most of the games are played out at Zahn Park in Champaign.
Okay, what is the average fee for people to be in the Park District programs? What's like an average fee?
I would say on average for a 8-week type program, you're looking in between $19 and $20, somewhere in that range. We have some one-day offerings that are free, but we also do like little $4, $5 type activities as well.
Okay. Are there any new programs for adults, and then are there any new programs for children that are being offered within the next year? Any new programs that are being?
One new program is Adult Co-Rec Dodgeball. It's set to begin in September 27th. You have to register by September 27th. The season begins October 11th. It lasts for 7 weeks, and then there's a tournament at the end. It's usually 2 weeks to finish the tournament out. For that, you need 3 men and 3 women on a team, and come out and have a great time. It should be fun. One other program that we just recently began or started for adults is the kickball program, and we're the only district in the area that has an adult kickball league, which started out we only offered the program in the summer, and it became so popular that now we do a summer and a fall season. So,
any closing comments you would like to add, Vicki?
We have a few special events that are traditional special events, and those include a fall jazz walk, which occurs every year in September, and this year it'll be September the 7th. It's a wonderful evening of musicians and strolling around Meadowbrook Park. We have the annual Halloween Fun Fest. We do that with the Champaign Park District, and that happens at Marketplace Mall, October the 26th. And this year will be our 45th annual Turkey Trot in Crystal Lake Park. The morning of Thanksgiving, 9 o'clock. Get up, come as you are, have a great walk in the park. We do it all all types of weather, no matter what it is, and that is Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. And we're also beginning to prepare for the annual photography show, which we do with the Champaign County Camera Club. That occurs in February, and it is the display takes place at Lincoln Square Mall. The information about all of our Park District programs are in our Park District brochure and also on our website.
Any closing comments, Cody, you want to add?
Well, we have one last thing I want to talk about because it goes along with a very popular activity we have. Is we have an art show that will be showing at the Nature Center, Unity Purpose Nature Center, from September 1st through December 1st, and it's a local artist. His name, he's from Danville actually, or Decatur. His name is Lance Mary. But it's a great show. We have shows that hang in display there for several months of the year, but this one is going to be put together with our Quest program. I think most people are familiar with our Quest program. It's a very popular activity. It's kind of like geocaching, and it gets people out in the parks, out at our facilities, just kind of on their own, looking for clues. And when they find the clue, they get to put their initials in it, and it's really exciting for adults and kids. But our quest this year, or this season, is the Something Fishy Clue booklet. And you have to start getting clues for this quest, you will need to look at Lance's photography to get some of the initial clues. So.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to In Focus. I want to thank my guests for joining me. Vicki Mays, Executive Director of the Urbana Park District. Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you.
And Cody Emberson, the Superintendent of Recreation for the Urbana Park District,
Thank
for
you.
having us for joining me on the program. I'm Brian Jackson. Thank you very much for watching In Focus.